Hey everybody. So I've been looking for an option, a game, a something to do with my Vulix where I can scratch that itch of being in the arcade, shooting things, and have some good recoil and have some fun. And I think I found the answer. Let's talk about it. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's your boy MikeOfAllTrades coming to you today with the video about the Retro Shooter Pandora Box. We're going to unbox it, we're going to open it up, we're going to take a look at it and see what's inside, hook it up, and I'll give you my thoughts. So, first off, it did come in some packaging, like an envelope or something like that. I cut the tape off of it. I did do that, but I didn't open it. So, you guys are getting the first look along with me. And there it is. Okay. So, it's separate. Let's see. What are these? These must be the sensors that go on the TV or your monitor or whatnot. There's two in here. There's actually four. So two from the top, two from the bottom. Okay, cool. The guns are separate. Let's pull this blue one because blue just pokes out. So I did order the arcade bundle. That actually feels like the Joy-Con. If you guys have a Nintendo Switch, that does feel like the Joy-Con. There's a button on this side. There's two buttons right there. So we got a blue one. There looks like there's like connectors on the inside, like little like wire connections. So let's see if we can pull one of these out as well. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, that's actually pretty heavy. Okay. This is the lens for it. Didn't show that before, but there's a lens, and then there's a connector on the inside of the gun as well. So essentially, I'm assuming what we do is we click it into place like that, and then we connect it. Now there's like screw holes right there, so I'm assuming we have to screw it in, but you know, all things considered, you know, it feels really solid. And then these, there are lenses. I don't know what these lenses would be for. Is this a cover? Maybe it has to be a cover, right? Yeah, that's a cover for like other lenses and whatnot. I don't know if we're gonna need these yet, but I guess there's options, which is cool. And it looks like maybe they screw in here. They do. They screw in right there in case you need to have it on there. I'm not so sure if we need them, but it's nice that they include it in the box. So let's pick this up. Let's move this to the side. Also, okay, so I mentioned it earlier, but I did get the arcade kit. So I know a lot of people out there, they have the one with the little Pandora box or the little USB box. I opted to get the one with the 10th anniversary with the JAMA connections. Yeah, it does have JAMA connections. So we're gonna use this, and the idea was maybe to put this inside of my Vulix. You know, that looks like it's a settings button, USB 1 and 2, JAMA pin connectors. There's Ethernet cable because you can go online. There's a volume rocker, I'm assuming this is, and there's audio with VGA and HDMI. You know. So I have to go with this. There's also instructions you can scan with the QR code, and then the arcade version user manual. Let's see what else is in here. So that's actually pretty cool. This is what I'm curious about. It comes with pedals. I'm wondering how these pedals feel. Oh, okay. The pedals feel pretty substantial. You know. Now, I wear a size 16 and a half, so I don't know how much the pedals are not going to work, but it's cool. And then they give you two of them, so two pedals side by side. So that's pretty dope. One of the reasons I got the arcade was so I can get the Firebase. They do not include this in the other packages, but I wanted this so I could actually, you know, hook it up to PC and things of that nature. You know, it has here's a player 1 side, here's player 2, This is where the foot pedals connect, and then you've got 12-volt power in the back, and then USB. So if you got this with the other Pandora's box, the other Pandora setup, like the little black box, you could plug it in here, and that's where you would plug in your controllers and whatnot. Lastly, what else do we have in here? We have, I think these are USB cables, and I think these are for the sensors, question mark. Okay, so these must be for the sensors, because it looks like there's two of them here in one, and then there's USB cables for something. I don't know what these are for. If this is for the sensors, they only sent one of these, so these probably are all for the sensors, which means I'm gonna have to get a USB hub or something to power it. So USB Type C to alpha, so probably have to do that. But that's weird that they only send extras of these. Maybe they figure people have them laying around. I don't know. Also in the box, you do have a power cord, and this is going to again hook up to the JAMA power source and the harness. So basically, I'm going to hook this up right here to this, to my arcade power supply. So that's going to get connected over here. I'm pretty sure that's where that's going for the power for what's that thing called? The Pandora's box. So that's going to get powered off of here, I think. Don't quote me on that. Don't know why they included this, but it's a 12 and it's a ground. I already have a JAMA harness actually connected. It's pretty messy, but it's wires and whatnot. We'll see if I even need this. I don't think I'm going to, because the JAMA should power this, but just in case, they included it and whatever else. So that's cool. The JAMA harness and the power was like $60, you know, nothing too major. This alone is like 40. And then let's see, so they give you screws. So they give you little mini screws for the guns, and they give you a screwdriver to actually put it together. So that's pretty cool. So we're gonna pause. I'm gonna put these guns together, and they're really small screws. So I hope these are magnetic. Let's find out real fast. Are these screws magnetic? Because if not, we might be screwed a little bit. Nope, not magnetic. But they fit in, so it'll be fine. So we'll be right back. And this is what they look like after assembly. So, you know, pretty good, pretty solid. But let's get it connected and let's see what it looks like after we got it all put together. Really quick, those USB-C cables, they are for these sensors. They get connected in the holes right there. And then there is some sticky tape. Well, it's kind of flimsy. I don't know how well this is going to stick to a monitor or for how long, but it can be used to stick your sensors. So again, we'll be right back, and we're going to get the stuff all set up. Okay, so this is my control chaos. I have everything wired up. I have one gun plugged in right now. Basically, the USB is plugged into the Pandora's box. The JAMA harness is connected right there. I have it plugged into HDMI so that I can capture from my capture card so you guys will be able to see that. And I have the JAMA harness plugged into the power supply, okay, power supply, and then the Firebase is also plugged into the power supply. So we're going to plug it up, we're going to boot it up, and it should work. It should. Oh, and I have two of the sensors connected because, again, like I thought, they send you two of the wired cables for one, but you're going to need to get a USB hub, which I have one. But for this, just for the purpose of review, we're just going to we're going to stick with 1 right now. So we'll be right back. You guys can see it's come to life now. The sensors are on. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. So we're going to load this up for the first time. Again, power supply is going. We've got that. And, yep, it's even in my capture device. So, yeah. We did it. Let's see if we squeeze the trigger. Oh, but, okay, so I'm squeezing. Okay, so we'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing you do when you get this, you want to hit the side button, go into your settings. You want to go to System Config. You want to turn your coin and credit on to free play. If you do, you're not going to be able to enter any of the games on here, okay? All this stuff is optional, HD quality, scan lines. You don't have to do anything with this. Let's see, you can go to game infig. You can mess with separate games if you want to. You don't have to. And you don't need to edit the games list. But what you need to do is go to General Settings and then System Update. I already have the latest system update, but it's like literally there's like 5 updates that you need to download to get this to go. I'm currently connected to Wi-Fi, so I don't have it connected to Ethernet, but you can. But you really just need to update download the update. And then after that, you can go to LightGun 50. You can go check out your I/O. You know, it'll let you can check the things and the triggers. You can check the reload and the B button and the 1-player button, things of that nature. And you can turn on crosshairs if you want to. But if you ever need to recalibrate your gun, you can go in here, or you can just unplug it. But you can just literally you can do that right there, and there's that. That's how that looks. So if you ever need to get in there, that's all you need to do. And then that's pretty much about it. That's all you really need to change in here. Actually, there is a setting that you need to configure to get the actual joystick to work. But it's a setting that's called always. Wait, let's see if I can find that real fast. Okay, so this setting right here, this was off. You need to tell the select mode and turn this on to always. This is what's going to make it so that your joystick is able to move in the menus. So when I first connected this, it didn't work at all. Like literally I had to load up settings and I could move in the settings, but I couldn't move on the main menu. But now that you can do that. But let's look around. So we're not going to delve too much into this stuff. I mean, if you guys want a video on that, let me know in the comments. But we're mainly going to focus on the LightGun games. And the LightGun games are way in the back. You've got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, there's MAME games. With the update, this did add on Terminator 2. So you can play Terminator 2 on this now. You weren't able to before. There's all the PlayStation games, there's Dreamcast games. So there's 2 versions. You got Time Crisis and Project Titan. So that's pretty cool. House of Dead 2, Lupin the Third, which I've never played the Lupin the Third freaking shooter. So that's actually intriguing. But Confidential Mission. And the thing about this is, like, it's literally, honestly, it's just plug and play. You play Blake 1, 2, and 3, so you get the arcade versions of that. Versus Duck Hunt. So if you want to get your Play Choice 10 on, you can. A lot of games you've probably seen are featured on, like, well, featured on arcade one up, like the Steel Gunner 1 and 2 and things of that nature. But Police Trainer, we spent a lot of time on this in the arcade. And, let's see, Mobile Suit Gundam Fighter Shooting. Okay, never played that, but that looks dope. Jurassic Park, because I know people scream about playing this game a lot. Area 51 and the Maximum Force Duo. Like, there's a lot of games on here. And again, with the update, it did add Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So, that's cool. I think Revolution X should be on here, question mark. But don't quote me on that. I don't think it is. That might be specific to the box. And not this one. But, again, there's a lot of shooters on here. So we're going to load into one. I'm going to put a camera up so you guys can see me using this in real time. and we will be right back.
A group of international terrorists have seized control of the World Coalition's latest high-tech spy satellite. CMF sources have traced the satellite to an archaeological museum. Your mission is to secretly infiltrate the museum and find out who is responsible for stealing the satellite. Good luck.
Looks like the world.
You'll never get this disc!
So, if you want to turn off the crosshairs, you can hold down the button for 3 seconds, the start button, and then you can go to crosshair settings, or you can turn them off, like that. And then you get that feeling of, being good as good. And you can use the reload button on the side as well. So you guys can see I'm reloading right there. So we'll run them all.
Let's get out
And then
of
we
here.
can reload with
we have to get the disc
the
back.
button right here. So hit the button, and there it is. But you don't have to turn. So you see I'll hit the button, and then reload. So fire button chopped off, then the thing about this thing is very simple, but you hit the button and literally just let it go. It's just one of those things where you point off screen and then you just get comfortable with just letting it go. So almost shot that lady. And then if you want to get out, you can literally just hold down the button and you can exit the game. That simple, you know. So nothing too difficult. But let's find something else. Let's try some Project Titan, because you know everybody likes Time Crisis, and you do get a little loading time. You know, it is a Pandora's box. All right, pull the trigger, start, and then there you go. So this was a PlayStation game. This one does require the pedal, so I'll be using the pedal to to hide and stuff. You guys can hear a little bit of the graphic, the audio.
Get him! Get him!
Same dude. Pause it.
Action! Fire! Freeze! Reload! Reload!
See, it's weird because like without this is one of those instances where you're supposed to be 8 feet away from the thing. That's what the directions say. But you know, maybe changing it to 4-3 will help. So once you see that doesn't work at all either, you'd hold down the button and then you know you can turn the crosshair on. So you can make sure that you're hitting it, because as you guys can see right now, the crosshair is flickering all over the place because it's too far away. But now,
Get him!
and I hate using crosshairs, so it's not ideal.
Reload!
Hold on, buddy. You hit up. So, yeah.
Action!
And now that we've got full lives,
Fire!
the crosshairs are cool for like kids, you know. If you have kiddies who are playing it, you guys can listen and hear the
Get him!
graphic machine. The audio is good, so.
Freeze! Reload!
Come here, buddy. Pick your head up.
Reload! Action! There! Get him! Action!
I always wonder why he couldn't just go over the thing and just shoot him. But you can choose between auto, or you can have it be one shot.
Action! There!
So if you want to just spray and play like that, you can. Come on. Right in his leg.
Freeze!
So again, it's all about how you want to play, but you know, it's completely up to you. Turn the crosshairs off on that for future. But we're gonna exit and we're gonna check out something else. Let's do that. Shoot all the bottles. One shot, one kill. Oh, I'm going. Oh, crap. Suck it, Hachi. God, I forgot how fast this goes. So this does require me to be a little further away from the screen. But they do recommend that you play this. They do recommend you play this 5 to 8 feet away. And I'm kind of playing in my office, so. Man, you know what? You know what, stupid duck hunt dog? You laughing at me? Yeah, suck it, nerd. Yeah, see look, now you got me shooting. Now you got me shooting, little dog. Look at that, all the ducks. All of them. Bro, I might have just failed the first level of duck hunt. Ain't no way. Oh, okay. Okay. And then with the NES games as well, Same thing. You can escape. I wish there was a setting where you can globally change the 1699 to 43, but you know. So, but that's the box. Those are some of the games involved. But you know, we gotta be sketchy, and for the one time, we gotta play some Terminator 2. Hopefully, I'm not blind. I think I am. So, I've always wanted to dual wield this in the arcade. Always. Now, Terminator 2 should have crosshairs, like inherently have crosshairs. So that might not be something we can escape. But we can insert credits.
Excellent. Let's go. Excellent. Excellent.
Okay. So. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Everybody's gotta go. You don't even care. Look, everybody's gotta go. Something out there. And then, you know, the side button. So, plan one. And this is so cool. Okay, so let's go back, and I'm going to give you guys my my final thoughts. So, what do I think about the Retro Shooter Pandora Box JAMA Edition? It's actually really dope. It gave me the opportunity to learn more about like arcades and what goes into them. I never thought that I'd be sitting there and I would order a power supply and a JAMA harness to play some games, but it was pretty easy. The setup was pretty easy, you know. It's just following directions and whatever else. And it helps if you have a arcade genie as your friend to just tell you that you're not messing stuff up and doing things wrong. The setup's really nice. The 4 IR sensors, they're nice. You can hang them from the top and the bottom. Again, for the purposes of review, I only hung them from the top just to see how responsive they were. They do not like light. Like, and when I say they don't like light, they don't like strong light being emitted on them. So like my office lights that are up there, I had to turn those off for them to be more accurate. But once it did, they were great. The setup was a little bit more than what some people might have bargained for. It's kind of not like the black version of the box where you just plug it in and it goes. You do have to do a little bit of setup. You need to go into the settings. You need to turn it on free play. You need to change the select mode to always so that you can use this little joystick on the side, because if you don't do that, it won't work right away out of the box. And you do need to download like the 4 or 5 updates. So, but that, I mean, that is 2024. It's kind of the way it goes, where you need to update things so that they work properly. But once you do that, you know, like you're pretty much golden. It's a Pandora's box, so I'm not expecting something to like blow me out of the water or something like that, you know. But as far as the LightGun games go, they work. You know, you could hear a little bit of music slow down, and inside of Project Titan, I did play this a little bit. I did play it off stream and off video, so I did play Time Crisis. Time Crisis had a little bit of audio slowdown, like regular Time Crisis, not Project Titan. A little bit of slowdown. Confidential Mission performed a lot better than I thought it would. Terminator 2 was just great. Duck Hunt still haunts me, and it's been haunting me since I'm a kid, but that's okay. The Firebase, it's worth it. getting it in the arcade, bundle, because I didn't have to spend like the extra $40 and get it shipped out later, and that could have been another $20-$30 to get it shipped out as well. For what you're getting for the price, it's actually really freaking good. Now, I did reach out to Retro Shooter myself directly because I was blind as a bat and I couldn't see their arcade bundle on the shop, but I knew that they had it. So I did reach out to them, you know, and they did get me everything I need to get and whatever else. I mean, it did get paid. I did pay it, but I did reach out to them. They are very helpful. Their customer service, I guess they're a small team doing everything by themselves. So they responded as fast as they possibly could, you know. So shout out to them, Dominique, who was helping me out, because Dominique was great. And yeah, like literally, I thought these things were gonna be like Nerf guns. I legitimately thought these were gonna be little itty bitty Nerf guns that didn't have anything to them, but they're solid, they're good. The lenses inside the box, the lenses were for mobile games. So if you want to like use it on your Android or your iPhone, and you want to connect like that, that's what that's for. I'm curious how that goes. I'm gonna probably put this thing inside, like I stated before, probably put it inside of my Velix, you know, because that's a 32-inch screen, and it works because my monitor is 32 inches. So it was kind of like, it was a good comparison to figure out, you know, how it goes. I'll probably do some testing later with the Firebase, hook it up to my PC, and play some PC games. So maybe that Time Crisis back there that's running, I could get that arcade experience. You know, but for now, I look forward to taking it, plugging it up to my TV, and just having fun. So if you guys want to see some more content on this, let me know in the comments below. I do have a little something coming in the mail that I'm working with, so that should go along with the Retro Shooter project, you know. But for the price point, I look at it like this. For everything I paid for in the kit, the guns, the pedals, the Pandora's box, you know what I mean, like the sensors, all that I paid, it's still cheaper than getting 2 Sin light guns. Still cheaper, no white borders, things of that nature. I wish in the settings that there was an option to just turn 4.3 on by default, instead of having to go in each game and turn it on from 16:9 to 4.3. But at least the option is there. Okay, at least the option's there. So I'm thankful for that. Now it's one of these situations where, again, we can't add games to the Pandora's box. But if you know, you know. And if you know me, you know how I like to get down. So I'll be scratching that itch to play Time Crisis 2 and 3 and maybe 5 in the future, along with some other things. But it was worth it. It was a learning experience, so I got to learn, which is always good for me, man. I feel like you should always learn something. One thing a day, you should always learn something new, you know. So for that alone, the packaging was dope. It came well shipped. It got here fast. I got it in like 2 days. So I'm genuinely pleased with this product. But let me know what you guys think. You guys have this product? Do you think about getting a product? Is it on your radar now that you've seen me or somebody else with it? Yo, let me know. And hey, if you want me to test the other games on the Pandora's box, the ones that aren't shooters, let me know that too. Oh, and if you want me to test some PC games with these with the retro shooters, let me know. I think that's the whole vibe of video day. It's let me know, because I'm here for the people. I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Thank you guys for watching, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.